Hi, welcome to Self-Sustained Simple Life, and today we're making a chicken stir fry. But first, we're going to show you how to cut the chicken and also marinate it. What you'll need is a very sharp knife. You're going to have to cut it on a bias against the grain, which means against the fiber of the meat. For the marinade, we're going to need water, cornstarch, and baking soda. This marinade is more for the texture of the meat rather than the flavor itself. The flavor will actually be coming from the sauce, so I'll show you how that goes later. Anyway, so we'll add the water, cornstarch, and the baking soda. So go ahead and work the meat so it gets to absorb everything. And once it's mixed nicely, go ahead and cover it with some plastic and keep it in the fridge for about 15 minutes. Now we're ready to go. Make sure that before you start up the fire, you have all your ingredients prepared. You have the chicken, mushrooms already sliced up, green beans, onions, ginger garlic, and the sesame seed sauce. Alright, when making a stir fry, make sure that your pan is really hot and the oil starts to smoke. Okay, so we're going to have to do everything in batches because we don't have a restaurant style wok range that is about 90,000 BTUs. So we're going to have to do everything in batches. I'm going to go ahead and cook off the chicken. Shouldn't take too long. Make sure to work at it. We're not going to cook this all the way. I'm going to go about 75% because it has to go back in with all the rest of the ingredients later. And that should be good. Next, we're going to go with the mushrooms. The mushrooms are going to take a little bit to cook, so we're just going to go and keep that separate from everything. Make sure you don't salt the mushrooms or whatever else that you're cooking. Don't salt the mushrooms right away because it's going to leach out all the liquid. And it's gonna take longer to cook that way. I'm just gonna go ahead and soften these mushrooms. Take about a minute and a half or so. So now we're gonna finish it off. Pan is nice and hot. Got a bit of oil. Smoking now. I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic and the ginger. And the onions. And then the green beans. The green beans, we already blanched them a little bit earlier. So they won't take too long to cook all the way through. Now we're going to get our chicken back in the pan. And the mushrooms. Nice shake. Make sure we're cooking everything all the way through now. See how hot the pan is? see the chicken's almost cooked. What's going to happen is when we put the sauce, make sure that the pan is on there, its contact's all right on the fire. And when the sauce goes on it, it's going to actually steam the rest of the ingredients and finish the cooking process. That's good. Gonna add the sauce. See that sizzle? The oyster sauce has cornstarch in it, so basically that's what's getting the sauce thickened at this point. Gonna make sure the sauce gets reduced all the way down. And we're good. And here's the finished dish. If you want the full recipe, please visit us at selfsustainedsimplelife.blogspot.com.